What's up guys, my name's Brandon and Apple released iOS 12.3.2 today to the public, and in this video we're going to be going over everything that's new and changed in this software update. So first off, this update is only available for iPhone 8 Plus users, so iOS 12.3.1 is still going to be the latest public release for all other iPhones and iPads, although we do currently have iOS 12.4 and of course iOS 13 in beta right now. So yeah, I have my iPhone 8 Plus here, so I'm going to talk about what's new in this software update. I'm also going to talk about 12.3.1 and let you guys know how it's been running here on my iPhone XS Max, my daily driver. I wanted to let you guys know battery performance, any kind of bugs or anything like that. So we will be briefly discussing that in this video as well. But anyways, let's go ahead and take a look here at 12.3.2. So you can see here, the update came in at a very small 94.5 megabytes on the iPhone 8 Plus. And if we go to our settings, general, about, you can see 12.3.2 there. The build number is 16F250. And if we take a look at the changelog here on apple.com, you can see there's really only one change in this software update. There's only one reason why this update was released and pushed out to the public. And you can see there it says, iOS 12.3.2 resolves an issue that could cause camera to capture portrait mode photos without the depth effect on some iPhone 8 Plus devices. Now, I admittedly don't use my iPhone 8 Plus as much anymore, so I did not notice any kind of bug with portrait mode, but apparently portrait mode was not working properly on the iPhone 8 Plus, and it wouldn't even add the depth effect when you tried to take a portrait photo of an object. So I just took one right here, so you can see it like wouldn't add the blur to the background and things like that. So that's obviously a major bug because portrait mode is a big feature that a lot of people use. It's not a great picture, it looks pretty messy there, but you get the point. Portrait mode is a very important feature, and for this to not work properly is kind of a big deal, especially for those on the iPhone 8 Plus. It's definitely going to make your pictures look a lot better than just your typical picture from the camera of the 8 Plus, especially when you compare it to like the iPhone XS Max, the iPhone XS, and the XR. But other than that change, there's really nothing else new here in 12.3.2 as expected. I mean, there may be some backend security patches or some other, small backend fixes, bug fixes that we don't really know about, but I have not seen anything about that. So I would assume that this is really the only thing that's changed here in 12.3.2 compared to 12.3.1. Now, speaking of 12.3.1, let me go ahead and get my iPhone XS Max here and talk to you guys about how iOS 12.3.1 has been treating me on my daily driver XS Max here. So first of all, the battery life and the performance is pretty much the same as we've been seeing on previous iOS 12 versions, so nothing really much better or worse than what we've been seeing over the past couple of months with iOS 12, and the same goes for 12.3.2 as well. You're not going to notice any performance or battery improvements at all going from 12.3.1 to 12.3.2. And if we go into my battery section and settings here, you can see I'm averaging about 7 hours and close to 8 hours of screen on and screen off combined time over the last 6 days. Now, of course, I'm not getting that on one single charge. I do have to charge it periodically throughout the day, but again, I do go to bed with about 15 to 20% battery remaining, depending on what I use, how much I use the phone, and when I charge it and things like that. But I will tell you, it's really no different from previous versions of iOS 12. Now, one thing I did want to discuss is podcasts in iOS 12.3.1. And this happened on multiple devices. So for some reason, the podcast application is super laggy. As you can see, I can't even press on the tabs because it's so laggy, and this happened on multiple devices, so I'm not sure what's wrong with the podcast application here in iOS 12.3.1, but you can see it's very laggy and very unresponsive, and it's like this no matter what. I can quit the application, I can reboot my device, and it's still going to be super laggy. And it's not even just my iPhone XS Max, it also did this on my iPhone XR. So I just wanted to test this out on 12.3.2 to see if it's fixed, and it looks like 12.3.2 does actually fix the laggy and unresponsive podcasts application. So I don't know if anybody else has been experiencing that, but it was a big issue and a really big annoyance to me here on 12.3.1, especially since I do love to listen to podcasts. And I will also say that the App Store has also been pretty laggy for me here on 12.3.1. You can see right there, I'm not able to press anything. It takes a while to load up. And then also it will crash randomly sometimes. So I've noticed that the App Store, more than any other application, just will randomly crash. It may actually do it here, but you can see it's pretty unresponsive. And again, I'm not really sure the reason for this. I mean, this is the iPhone XS Max. This thing should be blazing fast, but it's not in select applications like podcasts and the App Store. And again, this could just be limited to me. I'm not sure if anybody else is experiencing this, but I did just want to share it with you guys just in case. Now, as far as connectivity goes, when it comes to Wi-Fi and LTE, connectivity has been perfectly fine here on 12.3.1, and I would imagine it's going to be the exact same on 12.3.2. So definitely no complaints when it comes to connectivity. But aside from that, guys, that's pretty much it for iOS 12.3.2 and 12.3.1. Again, iOS 12.3.2 is just going to fix that very minor issue. It's actually a big issue issue, but it's a minor issue in the grand scheme of things with the portrait mode on the iPhone 8 Plus. So if you do have an iPhone 8 Plus, definitely go ahead and update to 12.3.2 as soon as possible, unless of course you're waiting for a jailbreak. But if not, you're going to be on 12.3.1. That's the latest version for all other devices. And then come next week, we should see the next beta release of iOS 12.4. And then probably the first week of July is when we'll see the first public beta for iOS 13. But anyways, guys, there you have it. That is just a quick update on the new iOS 12.3.2 that was just released for the iPhone 8 Plus. You guys know I like to give you these updates no matter how big or small the update is. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. A lot more videos coming very soon. So definitely make sure you are subscribed here to the channel. But anyways, guys, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you soon.